Hello and welcome to Knife Delights. It's it's a fun knife Friday. I thought we'd have us a really fun Friday today, but turns out I guess it's not going to be so fun. I wasn't sure. I left Junior with this chore or with this task, and I thought, we've got these great knives or multi-tools with saw blades on them. I says, let's go out and test those saw blades. I even had that knife from Menards, that Guidesman, really ultra budget blade. And I thought, let's go out and test these little saws and see how they do. And he said, yeah, Pops, he says, that's not a problem. I can take care of that. And I'll have a great video for you on Friday. As a parent, you got to put your trust into your kids. I thought, well, he seems excited. Seems like, well, maybe he'll come through. Got to give him the chance. So here it is, early Friday morning. No Fun Knife Friday video up. Wasn't sure where he went, where he ran off to. Been worried about him. No matter what your kids do as a parent, you always worry about them. Well, sitting there having my cup of coffee, and here pops up a video. And, well, now the note that he left kind of understands. He did leave me a note saying that he was off to help one of my good friends. I had no idea what that was about. Turns out he ended up going down to Last Chance Knives, and I don't know what he was trying to do, if he was trying to use the little saws to prune a tree. I don't know. Next thing I know is my friend, I hope he's still my friend, he's complaining about some guy in overalls and a felt hat running around, and there's tree branches down everywhere. Oh no. I don't know what all damage. I think he almost ruined a tree house or a building or something down there, and it was some 300-year-old tree that he was messing with. I just don't know what to do with this boy, but I do have to apologize. I'm the parent. I guess I'm responsible for his actions, so send me the bill there, Last Chance. I just don't know what to say. All I can do is do my best to apologize here. He did do one thing right, though. He did have everything all set up for this giveaway of this Buck Stockman 371, and he announced this in his video last week. And this is in appreciation. I had one video go over 10,000 views, and that was the Magnificent 7 video that I talked about this 7 of my Buck fixed blade knives. For some reason, that video is just always done very well. Plus, I've went over 1,750 subscribers, and I just wanted to, reward everybody. And so I thought I'd give away this Buck 371 Stockman. I think Junior said that he had to leave a comment on the last Fun Knife Friday video and mention his name and talk about how great he was or something like that. Can you imagine that? I'm so great. Yeah. You're not so great right now in my book there, Junior. That's all right. Your papa loves you. You're still welcome to come home. We'll get this little episode straightened out. But anyway, I do want to reward everybody, or give a chance to win this knife, and just really say thank you to everybody for all of your support. It's so much fun. Having this channel, meeting all these great people, great viewers, other channels, interacting with them. I'm just having a blast with it. So thank you, everybody. So what Junior did is, I guess he took, and on a little slip of paper, he wrote down everybody's name that commented on that video and mentioned his name or talked about how great he was. That's what he did. Left it in this SMKW hat. This little hat was given to me by my brother, my little brother. So thanks, little brother, for this great hat. So let's just have us a little bit of a drawing here. I'm just going to close my eyes up, and we're just going to pick one. And it is Pepper Dingo. Pepper Dingo. Please send an email to me at knifedelights@gmail.com. knifedelights@gmail.com. Congratulations, you are the winner of this buck 371 Stockman. The other thing that shows me that Junior may be getting a little more responsible is he did have the first aid kit out here for me too. So I guess I got to have some patience with that young man. I also want to plug my history channel called History Delights. I'm going to put a clip of an interview I did. My friend Kevin and I are working on a series on the Spirit Lake Massacre that happened here in Iowa back in 1857. It's a long story to tell, and it's taken a lot of time to visit all the different sites and gather up all the the side stories to make it one big complete story. But here's an interview with a gentleman that kind of gives an overview over that massacre. So I'm going to tag that on to the end of this video. And hey, you know what? It's ended up being a pretty fun Friday anyway. Take care, everyone, and have a very delightful day. Hello, Tom and Kevin here from History Delights. We are at the location of the Abbey Gardner cabin, one of the sites of the Spirit Lake Massacre. And we are in here with Jack. And Jack is a Abbey Gardner cabin docent.
Docent.
Docent. What is a docent?
I'm just a guy that sits around and tries to answer questions and starts the video.
Well, that's great. So can you give us just a little bit of background of what occurred here?
Yeah, this site, the Abbey Gardner cabin site, is one of the 6 cabins that were attacked by Inkpaduta in 1857. The Gardner family arrived here in 1856, built their cabin. In March of 1857, Inkpaduta and his band of Dakota appeared on site, and during that same time period, there was kind of a situation where the Native Americans and the white settlers got kind of sideways with one another. And so Inkpaduta came to the Gardner cabin, massacred everybody in the cabin except Abbey. Abbey was taken captive, and she was one of 4 women that were taken captive during this raid by Inkpaduta. She was held captive for 81 days. After that, she was returned to the state of Minnesota and got hooked up with the governor of Minnesota, and then was returned to Iowa after that. Along with the Gardner family, there were 5 other families that were all massacred by Inkpaduta and his band. And as I mentioned, 4 women were taken captive. All of them were teenagers. Abbey, the youngest, at 13. Mrs. Marble, the oldest, at 19. Mrs. Thatcher and Ms. Noble were both 18. And of the 4, Abbey and Mrs. Marble survived captivity. Mrs. Thatcher and Ms. Noble were killed while they were captives of Inkpaduta's band.
Wow, that is quite a story, and we really appreciate you taking the time and telling our viewers just a brief history here.
Yep.
Kevin and I are out on a journey to document this whole thing, starting with Henry Lott down in Humboldt County.
Yep.
We found the gravesite of his second wife and son that was killed. I believe by Inkpaduta's brother, that was correct. So we're just trying to get the whole picture here, and this is just kind of an introductory video. We'll be doing this in parts. It is a huge story, and just like they say, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. We're going to have to tell this story just one bite at a time, and hopefully we can get it all put together.
Yeah.
So Jack, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thanks
we
for
sure
stopping by.
appreciate it. Yep. You bet.
Say your thing. Say your thing.
What am I saying?
This is Tom at
I already did that at the beginning.
Have a Delightful Day.
Oh, I'm not done yet.